Good morning. This is Center Stage Nonprofits of Tucson with your host, Danielle Johnson. We're going to have a really good show today. I am really excited about our guests. I do want to say thank you to our sponsor for today's show, Job and Sons Plumbing. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode. And on today's show, we have Tian Kennedy and we have Christy Voss from Gap Ministries. So thank you so much for being here. How are you guys doing?
Great. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
So Gap Ministries is doing a lot in our community and is really making an impact. But for someone who has never heard of Gap Ministries, can you just share a little bit about what you're doing and how it is that you're working in our community?
Sure. Our mission statement is to bring help to children, healing to families, and hope to our community. And we started a little over 20 years ago in the home of our founders. Your music is like where you have to start somewhere. I was thinking about that. They left successful careers because they felt like they were supposed to do something more impactful. And so they looked at what they had in their home and they said, well, we have rooms in our house. We can take in more kids. We've got 2 kids. We can take some more. And we've got food in our pantry that we could share. So that's where it all started, and now, all these years later, we've got a 5-acre campus called the Campus of Hope. We've got a 22,000 square foot warehouse where we're distributing food and all kinds of household goods, and we care for about 270 foster kids every single year. We have 7 group homes. They're family style with house parent couples, so they're very much, they sit around the dinner table, they do stuff like a big family would. And then we have individual foster families. So we're doing all kinds of things. We say really kids are at the heart of everything that we do, but our goal is to break these generational cycles of poverty and abuse, because we'd like nothing better than to be put out of business and not have any more foster kids coming in.
That's a really good goal.
Yeah.
I love that, to be put out of business.
Yeah.
That would be a really good thing.
I know. So, yeah.
And these kids that, that they really need the help. They need the resources. They need people who care about them and who will come alongside them, and having that support for the families as well that are getting, trying to keep their kids out of the foster care system or who are struggling. And if a family is struggling, if they're needing some help, what are some of the resources that you offer to those families?
Well, I'll address that. Christy's going to talk a little bit about volunteering in a bit. But we, at the warehouse, the community warehouse, and people can find more about it on our website and find the hours of operation and who qualifies. But we open it up 4 days a week for people to come and get food. And that's for anyone. You don't have to show ID. If you could use a little help with fresh produce and whatever we've gotten in, eggs, cheese, meat, lots of produce. You can come, and we have limits on it for each family, but you can come and you shop for what you need, what you want. And then for people that qualify, it's people on access, veterans, refugees, foster families, a variety of people, seniors. They can come once a month and get vouchers to buy different kinds of household goods that they might need: hygiene products, diapers, clothing,
Small appliances. Yeah, lots of things.
It just depends on what we've gotten in, and we have a lot of retail organizations that donate to us and we partner with. And so we take what we need for our programs, for the kids that we serve, for the families that we serve. We have a career program that we help people get back on their feet that are coming out of sometimes incarceration, drug addiction programs. So we might be using some of the donated items to get them set up in an apartment, that type of thing. But everything else, all the excess goes out into the community. And last year we gave out $4.5 million worth of food and other items to people in this community.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And for the people that are coming in to get food, is that just on a walk-in basis then, if they come in during the hours that you're open?
Yes. They just walk in, and they have to go to the website to see when we're open. They just show up and come on in and shop. And I'll tell you, our warehouse is amazing. We're going to talk a little bit about volunteers, but it's pretty much 99% volunteer run. We have 1.5 paid employees in that huge structure that looks
Wow.
like a Costco when you see it. And all the people other than that are volunteers. And lots of them came to us initially for help. And then they liked being there and helping others. So they come. We have volunteers that have been there 12 years and come 20, 30 hours a week.
Yes.
So
Wow.
they
They're
love
retired
it.
and they love
Yeah.
coming every day.
The camaraderie that they have and the fun they have, and just I read the Google reviews and the things people say about, they're like, everybody's smiling, everybody makes you feel like you matter, they care, and it's just really a neat place.
That in itself is huge. Oh my goodness.
is.
Being able to walk into a place and feel like you're welcome and people care, and to have so many volunteers, that says a lot about the ministry and its effectiveness, because having people that are so interested in giving their own time shows that they really see
Yeah.
the value, they see the impact that you're making in the community.
Yeah, it's a special place.
It is.
And then we also have a commercial kitchen, and that is another way we help children in need. We do about 1,000 meals. Well, in the summer we did 600 a day to low-income daycares, places like that. But normally during the school year, about 1,000 meals a week to seniors that are stuck at home. We partner with other organizations for Meals on Wheels and low-income daycares, schools, shelters. So that's another area. And then we have, with the career training I was talking about, one of the programs is in the culinary. So we've had, in the last 5 years, lots of people go through the culinary program, working at fabulous restaurants, the Charo restaurants and Say's Kitchen, and
Yeah, some have gone on to the Sands Club and yeah, open their own places.
yeah,
or-
we have food trucks.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
so that's been
really
really
cool.
exciting to see. And that was another way, when we started it, we really didn't realize how much it impacted foster care, but then we started seeing how many of these people had kids who were in foster care because they're coming out of prison, or
Yeah.
they were in foster care as children themselves. So
Wow.
it's really cool how it's all full circle.
And we've
Yeah.
expanded that career recently to add more tracks for people to try. There's a retail track and there's a warehouse training track. And
Yeah.
so a lot of different avenues for people. And we're looking for different ways that we can do that all the time.
And are those provided free to people that are working with you in the programs?
Yes, if you qualify, you come in and you apply, and it's free. It's 10 weeks, the hard skills training, and then we have an additional 5 weeks that is things like, working with other employees, how to get along with people, financial literacy, leadership, just all kinds of life skills that a lot of us don't have. We can all use a refresher on
Yeah.
that. So that's great. And then we've just revamped that program to stay with people for up to 18 months after they graduate, because that was the one area we saw. We've been doing it for a while. People would do very well, but then life happens, and sometimes you don't have the resources and skills to keep on track. So we're adding 18 months of follow-up, 18 to 24 months of follow-up for people that want it to get more, if they want counseling, if they want help with finding housing or a bus pass when they're in between jobs. Just, we want them to stay healthy and get better. And 18 months for people that have worked with people coming out of addiction and all that seems to be kind of a magic number, that if you can make it that long, you start developing new habits, new friends, new ways of doing things, and you're more successful.
Yeah. So with some of those partnerships, are there opportunities for local businesses or people who want to come and to help teach someone who's going through one of those tracks?
We are still looking for businesses. We had auto mechanics training, and the people we were partnering with before,
They were bought out. And
Yeah.
so we kind of,
a
That didn't-
California firm bought them, and they didn't have any interest in doing it. But we would like another auto mechanics track. That was very popular. And then any others, there's so many businesses out there struggling to get employees, and we've got people that are eager to have the American dream. They want to work because, they would like to have a house and a family and do the things that, they'd made some mistakes before and gotten on wrong tracks. So, yes, if businesses are interested in partnering with us, I would say call us. Even if it was just some kind of an internship program, we could partner with you. You could take one student at a time. We're open to all of that.
yeah.
And what is the website for someone who wants to get involved, either who needs services or someone who wants to get involved in volunteering?
Or anything.
Anything.
It's gapmin.com. So GAPMIN, short for Ministries.com. And then from there you can look for The community warehouse is the warehouse we were talking about. There's a volunteer page, how to volunteer.
Mm-hmm. There's a page for getting signed up to be a part of the Career Plus program.
Exactly.
All
yeah.
of that,
So
yeah.
hopefully and if they can't, they can call us. And
those requirements are they listed on the
They
website
are.
so they know
Mhm.
if they're eligible or not?
the application's right there. They can
Yeah.
fill it out and put it in.
They'll be contacted about next steps.
Perfect. If there's someone who would like to be able to come in person to ask some questions, are there specific hours that are best for them to try to contact someone or try to come in for a meeting?
Yeah, we're usually open 9 to 5 as far as the admin offices. I would
Okay.
say call first and make sure the person you're trying to meet with, for instance, Sam or Matthew in the Career Plus, that they're not teaching a class or have gone out to work with a business to talk about
Yeah.
partnerships. Call first and make an appointment. Yeah, but absolutely come in
And what is that phone number to make an appointment?
It's 520-877-8077.
Okay. So again, if you're just tuning in, we are talking to Tian Kennedy and to Christy Voss with Gap Ministries. And we are listening to a little bit about what they're doing in the community and the impact that they're making through foster families, for kids, for adults who also qualify in a number of different areas. When we come back from the break, we will continue talking about this, but just one more time, can you give us the website and the phone number if someone wants to get involved?
Absolutely. It's gapmin.com, GAPMIN.com, and it's 520-877-8077.
And the people who qualify for services, can you give us that list one more time?
That would be people on access insurance, veterans, both active and retired, senior citizens, foster families, kinship families, tribal families,
Yeah, that's right, tribal
and
members.
refugees, yes.
Okay, great. And we'll hear more about volunteering opportunities when we're back. Thank you so much. We'll be back soon.
Are you thinking of making a move or selling your home? Our Center Stage Nonprofits of Tucson host Danielle Johnson can help you. Danielle's passion for helping others shines through in her advocacy for her clients. Call Danielle Johnson with Indy Realty at 520-373-6864 for a free home valuation or no obligation consultation. That's 520-373-6864.